Oh, what do you know? Being a news anchor again today. Today, we go over everything Madden 22 Superstar KO. What have we learned so far? What have I experienced in the beta? Obviously, I can't show you actual footage of Madden 22 Superstar KO gameplay, but I can tell you almost everything I've experienced, and I'm also going to tell you what I think they should add to the game mode moving forward. According to the beta, there's some pretty big changes to the game mode, so stay tuned to find out what actually has changed about Superstar KO, but hopefully you guys get something out of today's video, and if you do, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up. Also doing a video just like this later today for the Yard, telling you everything about Madden 22 The Yard. I'll drop that video as soon as this one gets 3,000 likes. As soon as you see 3,000 likes, that video will be dropped in your sub box. Make sure to have the notification bell on. Also, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're trying to hit 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, so make sure to take that millisecond to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Literally, like 70% of the people that watch the channel aren't subscribed. All you gotta do is click that button, dude. It's so simple. And last but not least, guys, make sure to go over and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because as soon as we do hit 50k followers on each of the accounts, we're going to be giving away a next-gen console to one of you guys, one of my subscribers. So 2 next-gen consoles up for grabs once Twitter hits 50k, once Instagram hits 50k. So make sure to go follow me. You can click the links in the description box below. With that said, before we do get into everything Madden 22 Superstar KO, make sure to take a quick listen to a word from today's sponsor. I would like to give a massive shout out to Cove for sponsoring today's video. As you guys see here, I have myself a Cove speaker, but the cool thing about this one, you take the speaker, you twist it, it turns into 2. You have 2 separate speakers. This is the coolest thing I've ever gotten. I promise you guys, I've been using this for like the last 2 weeks out by the pool. It's awesome. And it's literally so simple. You just put them back together, give it a nice little twist, and bam, back to being 1 speaker. So obviously Cove now with their brand new split Bluetooth stereo speaker system, where you can literally turn 1 into 2. It also has a water resistance rating of IPX7, which means it works great out by the pool. That I've been using the speakers for the last few weeks. Works great by a hot tub, but not necessarily, you know, in the hot tub or in the pool. Great next to it, but not in it. I'm gonna go ahead, let's turn this into 1 again. With the 360-degree surrounding stereo sound, ensures great quality sound no matter what environment you're in. Perfect for outside, inside, if you need a speaker for a party, or if you're out at the pool like I've been using. This bad boy is an absolute gem. Obviously, you can connect via Bluetooth to your smartphone, your tablet, or a computer, and it literally took me like the click of a button to get this thing connected. It was no trouble at all. The subwoofers in this thing are so powerful, which produces great sound quality, operates up to 7 hours on 1 battery charge. The speakers can be up to 32 feet away from whatever you have connected to it, your mobile device, tablet, or computer. You can be 32 feet away and experience no interruptions. When both pieces of the commuter are combined, they create a 360-degree surrounding sound effect. When they're separated like this, they create an optimal left and right sound stereo. And you guys know what is absolutely insane? You can get this bad boy, this speaker that you can connect and twist and turn into 2. It's normally $230. You can get it right now for $75.90. Yes, normally over $200, you can get for $75.90 right now, because for a discount of 67% off, you can click my link in the description box below, or simply use code BAMILORBT. As you see on the screen, BAMILORBT is the code, if you guys didn't know. That's the original name of my YouTube channel, but you can either click the link in the description box below or use code BAMILORBT to get 67% off this bad boy. Like, what are you waiting on? Oh, Madden 22 Superstar KO. Before we actually get into what I've experienced from Madden 22 Superstar KO, let's begin this by talking about Superstar KO and Madden 21 and what the heck happened. Superstar KO added in Madden 20 was such a fun and refreshing and new game mode. It was so dope. Like, you got to actually interact and play with celebrities. Like, you were able to play with DJ Khaled at quarterback. Like, obviously not a realistic sort of game mode, but a fun kind of alternative game mode for guys who just had to have fun with their buddies. It was actually really fun and well received by everybody, and it turned into one of the most played game modes in all of Madden. People loved it. It stayed fresh the entire year. New players were added, new tiers of players were added, new legends were added into the game mode. We had new celebrities get added to the game mode throughout the year, whether it be as a coach for Superstar KO that you'd pick, or as random selections in your draft when you're actually drafting players. It's just so much fun. It goes by so quick. It's just refreshing to try to sit there and actually have a fun game of Madden. But then Madden 21 happened, and at the launch of the game, Madden 21 Superstar KO was exactly the same as what it was the year before. Literally the same exact selection process, the same players were available, like the same coaches from the last year, like the Migos, DJ Khaled, the same exact coaches. Then you had the same exact player selections, and they added Giannis to the game mode at the beginning of the year, and they never touched it after that. Like, I don't understand. In Madden 20, you're constantly updating the game mode, adding new players, new coaches, new celebrities, new NFL players, new tier NFL players, new tier legends into your selection process, into the game mode. Literally all year, there was multiple updates, and they were so awesome and so well received. Everybody loved it. And then Madden 21, literally at the start, they dropped Giannis, and that made everybody think that throughout the year, this is going to be huge. They freaking added Giannis to the game. Who else were we going to get throughout the year? They never updated the game mode ever again. Nothing ever changed about it. It was the same players throughout the year. It was the same coaches throughout the year. Like, why? Like, if just take it out the game if you're not going to update it. Like, nobody wants to play last year's version of Superstar KO. Like, it was the weirdest thing ever. I'm sure there's answers, or are there answers, why Superstar KO literally didn't get touched at all last year. Well, let's now get to the point where we talk about Madden 22 Superstar KO, because in the beta, it's so weird because the beta did come out about 2 weeks ago now, and for the first week, it was just Ultimate Team and Franchise Mode and Exhibition. They already said in the second week of the beta being released, that's when they were going to drop the Yard and Superstar KO game modes for us to play in the beta. And obviously, if they're going to even add it to the beta a week after it came out, like obviously you'd think it was like a final version or close to a final version of the game mode. Well, this is how Madden 22 Superstar KO works. As of right now, you can't even find a game. Like, once again, disclaimer, who knows, they might be adding stuff to the game mode, but as of right now, you literally in round 1, in the first few rounds, you pick a team, which the only thing that does is it gets that team's uniform. So if you pick the Titans, like I would pick the Titans, that all that does is give me the uniform. It also will give me that team's head coach as well. Then you have to pick an offensive playbook in round 2, and then a defensive playbook in round 3, and then you go into a game with a predetermined team. I think I've only ever been able to match up in 2 games, and both times it was like the same 2 teams. Like both games I got into. It's like a predetermined set of players. Like you have Russell Wilson at quarterback, some random running back, and then the next time you play, you might have another predetermined team. Like you don't draft the players as of right now. And all I know is that I lost the first game I played, but I tried it again so I could try and win and actually see if that's when you start drafting players. Well, I won the game and it just completely restarted like it was over. So I don't get the point of Superstar KO anymore. Literally, as of right now, all you do is you freaking draft a team that gives you their uniforms and their head coach. Round 2 is a playbook. Round 3 is another playbook for defense. And then you play with a team of just random players. Like, it literally seems like there's no point to the game mode at all. If it wasn't for them specifically going out of their way to add the game mode to the beta in week 2 for us to test it out, I would have thought it just wasn't finished or even close to being finished. That's what it feels like. But why even go as far as to add it to the beta if this is not like close to the final version? So I don't even get the point of Superstar KO anymore, because it just, there's no point. Maybe, like I said, things could change, but right now, Superstar KO is a huge L. Like in Madden 20, they had it ran to absolute perfection. It was new coaches added all the time that had different playbooks and different plays in those playbooks. You had like celebrities being added. You had that you could play with and be coached by. You had different tiers of players. You had an ultra rare Patrick Mahomes for a while, was like the go-to, and you have a legendary Patrick Mahomes. It was just always fresh, and it stays the same last year with one update the entire year. And then this year, they just completely remove everything. Like, I don't get the point. Like, there's literally no difference in Superstar KO and just like clicking a random generator to build a team. That's all it is to it. There's no drafting. It's just bland. It's just boring. You should have constant updates with new celebrities in the game, with new players, Or even if you had the players as coaches, this is where they could bring in YouTubers. This is where they could bring in some of their competitive players. Like, they have their competitive players as cards in Ultimate Team to be like a head coach, so you can have like the actual competitive players during certain promos. You can have them as your head coach. Why not do that as playable characters in Superstar KO, or maybe as a coach? Do this with YouTubers too. Just do something fun that the community can like get behind and have fun doing, and just relax and not take things too seriously. Like, Superstar KO was genuinely in Madden one of the few game modes that somebody that's used to playing the CPU at all times can have fun playing against another user. The stat came out by EA themselves that 80% of the games played in the Madden franchise is against the CPU. So not everybody wants to play sweaty weekend league in Ultimate Team. Some people like to have fun, and Superstar KO used to be this fun, relaxing game mode where you could switch things up every now and then and play against people online and still have fun. And it's just stupid now. So I really hope there's more coming and more to it, and the beta's just glitched. But all I can do is tell you guys right now what I've experienced with Superstar KO. And as of right now, dude, Superstar KO is a massive L.